The one-arm pull-up is the holy grail of pulling strength. But it is also the king of tendonitis, be it medial or lateral. It is also one of those skills that some people tend to get super easily, while others, myself included, struggle for years. And once achieved, getting that second rep might feel impossible. Now, I've been through the struggles of the one-arm pull-up in every kind of way. I've trained hard for it, achieved it, injured myself, retrained for it, achieved it again, injured myself in another way. I've had medial epicondylitis, I've had lateral epicondylitis, also known as golfers and tennis elbows, and achieving consistent results with a one-arm pull-up has just seemed impossible for me until the last year. For the past 8 months or so, I've found a way to stay clear of injuries, get consistent results, and finally build that second repetition. So my goal for this video is to make sure that you guys don't make the same mistakes as I have made, to provide some tips regarding how I achieved my one-arm pull-up, to give you a stepwise approach if you're just starting out with a pull-up, and to provide an efficient and safe way of approaching this move. So let's start out with injury prevention and how we can stay clear of injuries when we're practicing for the one-arm pull-up. Now, there are mainly two ways of minimizing the risk of injury when training for this move. The first one is the grip. Now we can have a bunch of different grips when training it, especially on a bar. We can have the pronated grip, we can have a supinated grip, or a neutral grip. But we also have the alternative to use gymnastic rings. And for the gymnastic rings, we can combine all of these grips at once when we're doing the one-arm pull-up. And I have found this to be the least stressful way of doing the one-arm pull-up, especially regarding elbows. So starting in a pronated position, and as you go up, you twist into a supinated grip. This will always ensure that you have as little tension to the elbows as possible. If you don't have access to gymnastic rings, I would definitely recommend you to switch up your grips. So every other session you use another grip, or within one session you can alternate between the grips you use. So you can do pull-up, as it's known when it's a pronated grip, or you can do chin-up, which is a supinated grip, or you can do the neutral grip. And if you change and alternate in between these grip positions, you will also redistribute and switch up how the load is distributed. Now, the second way of minimizing the risk of injury is, unfortunately, letting go of your ego and train higher rep ranges. I know that when we get strong enough to almost get a repetition of the one-arm pull-up, or when we get strong enough to do negative one-arm pull-ups, we want to do that. We want to show off our strengths, not just to others, but also to prove our new strength to ourselves. But I would definitely recommend putting that off until a later stage when you are more comfortable with the one-arm pull-up. So I recommend using progressions that you can do 5 to 10 repetitions of. And especially, I would recommend not doing the negative one-arm pull-up or chin-up, as this has shown to be, at least from my own experience, both with myself, with students I've trained with, and people I've talked with as well, the negative pull-up or chin-up is very often the start of an injury. Now let's move on to how we can stepwise progress from pull-ups into a one-arm pull-up or one-arm chin-up. So there are many ways of doing this. A lot of people like using resistance bands. Some people use grip assisted, where you grip something on the side to help you get up for the one-arm pull-up. You can use finger assisted variations, where you drop fingers as you get stronger, or you can create a seemingly genius device known as a pulley system, where you will know exactly how much help you are getting by attaching a set of weights on the other side of the pulley system. Now, in my experience with the rubber band assisted variations, it's very difficult to produce consistent assistance, and therefore I do not prefer this kind of assistance. In addition to this, you will always need to have a resistance band and different band thicknesses that matches the strength of the assistance that you need. And the grip assisted one is very difficult to progress stepwise. And the pulley system is just complicated. It can be expensive to make it. You will need to carry around this pulley system, set it up if you don't train at the same place every time. And you need the weights to attach to the other side as well. So I feel this overcomplicates things, which leaves us to the finger assisted approach. You have your fingers with you all the time. It's very straightforward to progress stepwise by losing fingers. So in my opinion, it is a very efficient and easy way of approaching the one arm pull-up. One thing that is very important to make sure of is that you are always pulling your chin over the main pulling arm. So if I'm assisting with my right arm, pulling with my left, I always want to be pulling my chin over the left arm. And likewise on the right arm if I'm assisting with the left arm. This way we make the strength as relevant as possible towards the one arm pull-up or one arm chin-up. The first step in this series of progressions towards the one arm pull-up will be a full hand assisted one arm pull-up or chin-up. And what that means is that you're basically pulling with both arms, but you're pulling your chin over to the main pulling arm. And this makes sure that you are putting more stress on this arm and you are making the exercise more similar to a one arm pull-up. Now from here on, you start dropping fingers, starting with the thumb, making it a 4-finger assisted pull-up. And when you build endurance and strength in this variation, you move on to the next one, being 3-finger assisted pull-up, then 2-finger assisted pull-up, 1-finger assisted pull-up, and I estimate that when you can do 5 to 10 repetitions of the 1-finger assisted pull-up, you are very likely to be able to do a one-arm pull-up unassisted on a good day. I would also like you to try and refrain from training with the one-arm pull-up once you get the strength to do it, because it's still maximum effort and it puts a lot of tension on especially your elbow tendons. So I would rather keep on building endurance with a 1-finger assisted pull-up, or maybe even do a little finger assisted pull-up and build up endurance and strength here before starting to actually use the one-arm pull-up in your strength routines. Now obviously, as soon as you are able to do a one-arm pull-up, you want to be doing it all the time, and you should every now and then, just to ensure yourself that you are still able to do it and to keep motivation up, but try not use it consistently as the main exercise for your one-arm pull-up training. To supplement your one-arm pull-up training, I would also recommend to do one-arm hangs of different variations to develop a better grip strength and also to develop more rotator cuff and scapular strength. Now, this can be done in a similar way as training for the one-arm pull-up, simply by using fingers to assist. And you can do both scapular retractions, so you're basically pulling up and down with a straight arm using the upper back muscles. And you can also do one-arm rotation hangs, where you are rotating from side to side to develop a healthy shoulder and make sure that your shoulder stays healthy during your one-arm pull-up practice. So feel free to try and implement any of these principles into your own program or your workouts, and please do let me know if it turns out to help you in any way. If you would like to have a structured program to follow based on the principles in this tutorial, I do have a one-arm pull-up module in my workout app that you can check out. The link will be in the description. And there's a free trial period so that you know what you're getting into before paying anything. And that's more or less what I had for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to hit the subscription button if you want more content from me. Hit me up with a thumbs up, and see you guys next time.